had to. She
Get
lied.
that dog out your.
She lied to Elton. This is what pissed me off. And I said, because when she said it, I didn't know she wanted me to continue to lie with her. So I was like, Grandma didn't do that shit. What? I was like, you the main one, had everything. What are you talking about?
Grandma bought her that Beretta.
Yeah, she gonna say, oh, Grandma didn't really do nothing for me. Grandma was always mean to me and did this and that. Right, and then she was like, she didn't do this and that, and I was like, what are you talking about? Grandma bought you a car. You always had the latest shoes that came out. We never wanted for shit. We always had clothes. We always had food in our mouth. Ain't not once that we didn't have a table to sit down and eat at. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, come here, Sparky.
But as for being mean, yes, Grandma's mean to everybody. So that's.
But she wasn't mean. It was like more evil.
Yeah, she was mean to everybody. Though.
It was more evil. There's a difference between being mean.
I understand
and
that,
being
but
evil.
I just
You used to be dazed off in the book so
I
much
never
you
stated.
just weren't in the
Oh
same
no, I
world
know
we
what
were
she.
in.
No, I know what she's doing, but it goes in one ear and out the other with me because I had to learn to block
Some of
myself.
the stuff you say to you people, some of the stuff Grandma would say to us, you shouldn't be saying to your grandkids.
I know, but I would block it in one ear and out the other. And then the bad part is I
yeah,
found
but
out
you can say the same thing to all 4 of your kids, and 3 of them it don't bother them. The last one could go out and fucking kill
because
herself.
everybody is different and everybody's sensitive. But
You can say the same shit in the
and
same
then
tone.
the way grandma is she's sensitive. So she'll say stuff to people, but if you say something to her, she'll say to you, oh, that hurt my feelings. Why would you say that? Deshaun's the same way. He'll say shit to you, and then you say something back, and he'll be like, why you say that to me?
Mm-hmm.
That's me, and it hurts their feelings. And I'm like, I don't get that.
Cancers.
Yeah, and so that's how she is. But for me, I learned how to block grandma because a lot of times with me, and again, it's the same thing with me and mom. Like, it was a difference the way we
Mom
were.
blocked it out too. I don't think it really got to Mom.
No, I'm talking about like when I was with mom would a lot of times be mean to me. And so I would block a lot of stuff that
So
mom did to me. So I would block it with
grandma.
grandma too and everybody else.
Why?
Because it was just easier to do that. What?
And it ain't easier for a lot of people.
I know,
Like
but
I
I'm
said,
just
you
saying.
can say the same thing to all 4 of your kids with the same exact tone.
I know, and I can't do that with my kids. They're sensitive. Sometimes
No, I'm
after I
just
yell
saying,
at them, I have to be like,
3 of them,
listen.
it probably won't face them like, whatever, that's just mom tripping, whatever, let's go, y'all.
Mhm.
And the last one, like, it's really eating them up inside. You can't believe that mom just did this.
Right.
You know, that really hurt my feelings. She doesn't love me. She
Right.
fucking hates me. I feel like an
understand that.
outsider. I feel like, and you're like, no, I just said the same thing to all 3 of y'all, the other 3.
Right.
And they're like, no, the last one's like, no, mom, you made me feel like this. Yeah, you said the same.
Right, and
So
that's
you
why
can't-
I said I understood that everybody had their own feelings. And even me, I was messed up in my own way. Even as an adult, it took me a long time to realize, because the reason why I didn't want kids, didn't want to get married, didn't want to be in a relationship, a lot of it was because I felt like, what's the point? I'm not a lovable person. Because I never really felt like I was lovable.
Yeah,
Or fully loved. It wasn't just, it was grandma and mom for me. It was both of them. So for me, as an adult, I felt like, yeah. It took me a while to realize that's not the case. And then it took me, it just took me realizing that,
not raised, the way you were treated.
but it took me as an adult to realize that I don't think mom and grandma kind of try to do it on purpose. I think they were raised that way and it just continued to pass on down. You know what I mean?
Mom made me not feel love sometimes. Grandma, what used to piss me off about grandma, honestly, to this day. Well, probably not to this day, but for a long time, she always used to, like, try to make you say, oh, you her baby. Like, I'm mom's baby in front of us. And try to make you feel like
No,
I'm
but
the favorite. I hated that. That really used to get to me because no one understood that me and mom didn't have this fucking relationship. How grandma tried to make it like, oh,
it wasn't
like we just 2 peas in a pie. Like, oh, mom just gives me the world. She gives me the moon, the sun.
No, I know.
fucking
Grandma
stars.
grandma would say that,
And
but
she just
for
never says no to me. And she works 8 hours a week just to pay for me a shoes and.
it, for
Like, no, that is far for us truth. Mom used to cuss my ass out, tell me mean, hurtful, hateful things too. Probably not as much as grandma, but when I fucking piss her off, oh, best believe she a bitch.
Right, but see, the reason it wasn't that, like, I don't hold grudges and all that stuff.
No, grandma used to do
But
that a lot.
grandma
You, that's her baby.
But it wasn't that, because me and Shama would both say the same thing, but not because of grandma.
Piss me off.
I know, but it wasn't because of grandma. It was because when you were when you were smaller, it literally was just you and you only. Like mom, the way. No, when you were small, it literally was, and mom.
Shia, we only 2-3 years apart.
I know, but you're not understanding. When you were smaller,
we're too far.
I know, but you don't actually remember everything that was going on. But not everything that was going on.
But you
because-
only
I remember a lot of things. I know, but I remember a lot of things. So, like, I remember.
you don't gotta go into all that.
No, I'm not saying anything in particular. You just have to let me finish what I'm saying. I just remember that a lot of things that, when I was, living with mom, that mom would say or do that I would feel.
Shit to me too.
I know, but it's different to you. You know.
No, it was not.
No.
Mom used to make me feel the same way.
You're not understanding. What I'm saying to you is, there was times where, and she would do it to Shama too. There was times when she would say, "Oh well," I'd be like, "Well, I need new shoes or something. I need new clothes." Mom would make sure that your clothes fit, and she would go buy you the right size, and she would go buy you clothes. A lot of times, mom wouldn't buy me anything, and she would tell me, "Oh well, I didn't have the money to buy you anything."
Mom used to buy you clothes, Shia. We used to wear
I know mom would buy you clothes, but you're not understanding. She would do that a lot where she wasn't buying. I'm being really serious, T. She would do it a lot, and her and Shama would get into arguments because Shama would be like, "Why you buy just T something and you didn't buy Shia something?" And they would argue, like have full-on arguments. That's why Shama moved out, because her and mom were butting heads over that situation.
And Shama used to bring up rape a lot on mom.
I know.
That man molested her.
I know, and she
I used
would.
to hear that a lot.
I know.
That was the only thing she used to try to use against mom, to make mom feel like shit all the time.
I know, but a lot of things she would butt head about is that would be some
Mom
of the
used to
things.
say things to me like, "Oh, you'll never be like your Shia."
I don't know
Now
why she would
Shia is
say
my
that.
smartest child. You and your Shama are from the devil.
That
Shia is the only child I have.
I never felt like that because mom would never tell me that. She'd be like,
Rest
"Mashaya,
in
leave me
peace.
alone."
Mom know my heart. I'm not lying. Mom used to say that all the time. And I would tell her, key word, that is your daughter Mashaya, not Natir.
When the dog was trying to
You cannot wish
push them out.
your 2 kids, just because me and Shaman talk back and cuss and argue with her back and talk back to her, you never done that.
Well, I
So-
never did that. When I
You
moved,
had a reason. You could have
I know,
threw
but for
shit in
me,
her
I
face
didn't have a
too,
reason.
just like me and Shama.
I know, but for me, I didn't have a reason because when I was younger, I said, okay, mom has issues, and so I
Oh
can't.
God, I think
put
we
that
all
against
noticed
her.
mom had
I know,
issues.
but for me, in my mind, I can't hold that against her. You get what I'm saying? So I
Well,
just
we
wouldn't
all
waste my
threw
time.
shit in her face. I threw shit in her face. Shama definitely threw shit.
Don't do that.
Shit in her face.
Yeah, I just didn't have time for all of that. I just didn't. I just
I
like, I
mean,
don't.
she